Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Detroitcast. Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Michael.
How are you, my friend?
Quite well, thank you.
Yeah. I'm irritated, as always. What else is new? I'm getting irritated at the tiniest little shit nowadays, and I don't know why. I don't need...
Getting older, set in your ways.
Is that what it is?
Definitely.
I get mad at people on Twitter. I get mad at my nose. I get mad at getting up. I get mad at just shit that normal people do. I have to fucking put gas in the car. God damn it.
Did that happen again?
No. Oh,
There's
no.
no way it did. He did it last week,
yeah,
man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I ended up being able to
What is
hold
it,
off.
May?
Yeah,
We should be good till June.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, if I have to fill up again before June, I might end everything.
Think about
there's
selling
no
it
way.
before you have to do that?
Yeah. No, it's just, I'm like, why are you getting so worked up about this? Why is everything irritating you to the point that you're fucking mad at things? Like, I went to Buddy's last night, right? Buddy's Pizza.
Uh-huh.
Wonderful local establishment. Been there 1,000 times.
Was that on the advice of one J. Christopher Newberg?
It was not. T-Roy and I had to get out of here for a little bit. And it was like, well, fuck, it's around dinner time. Why don't we go get something to eat? And so we're driving down Northwestern. It's like, oh, let's just go to Buddy's. You know, we had to get out of here for viewings and shit at the house.
Was T-Roy driving your truck?
He was. In fact, yes, he was.
What is going on?
Yeah. He's like, you want me to drive? And it was terrible because I was like, yeah, no duh. And so I just flipped to my keys and they went, whoop, hit the window like 3 feet in front of me and then bounced on the ground. T was just looking at me. And I was like, the ring got caught on my pinky. He goes, I know you got an arm, man. I'll let that slide. I knew that wasn't just you. So anyways, yeah, he drove and we went.
That was a story.
That
was a story so that he could say he had an arm.
No.
It wasn't.
That's what
that was.
It was a
fine.
quick aside.
I'm still the dynamic of this driving situation.
Crazy, isn't it?
It's one thing maybe to me like
Why is this weird to you guys? I don't like driving.
It's so
but
weird.
still, you're like,
fucking
can
I
you
feel
imagine if this was me?
No. Here's the way this normally would have played out. Troy would just drive, and I'm like, fuck. I got this car. I have plenty of miles. Why not save his? If we got to go somewhere, just take my car. I don't want to drive anyways, and so he'll just drive. Okay. Deuce drives my car when we go out a lot. I mean, I don't know why you guys act like that's insane. I guess it's fucking weird.
Imagine if it was me. If this was me.
If I'm out with a chick or something, I'm not going to have her drive. But if we're just going out somewhere, I don't usually know where I am. So if we have to go like east side or somewhere, I'm like, fuck, I don't know where this city is. I don't know what freeway to take. I'm terrible. You don't want to be around me. Trust me. You guys be thankful. And so, yeah, I'm just like, yeah, here, you drive. I don't want to be worried about where we're going and how to get there. And I'm going to miss a turn. And easier this way. Better drivers anyways.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyways, I didn't know how to get to Buddy's, but T-Roy was driving, to answer your question. And we go up there, I'm like, oh yeah, Chris Newberg's been asking about this fucking Buddy's, why don't they sponsor him? He keeps talking about him on his podcast. He's in fucking Los Angeles, and he wants a local pizza joint in Michigan to sponsor his show, which isn't a terrible idea. Buddy's does do deliveries national. They'll overnight you shit frozen, and he legitimately loves it. And if anyone at Buddy's is listening, Jay, Chris, and I spent about a week going back and forth with names of the show and this and that. And he was like, I want to call it the 313. I'm like, dude, no. Look what I'm dealing with. Stop thinking Detroit. 248-313, any of that shit. No, you don't want to do that. And so we're going through all these names, and he comes up with Buddy's Pizza. I go,
he's like, he was going to call the podcast?
He was going to call his podcast Buddy's Pizza. And he was like, that's it. It's done. It's Buddy's Pizza. And I was like, dude, you cannot call people are going to think it's a show about pizza.
He was chirping about the vegetarian on today's show.
Was he?
Yeah. I mean, he's obsessed.
And so while I'm there, I'm like, I take a picture outside while I'm standing outside of just like a quarter of my face and the Buddy's sign outside.
Very artistic.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the fucking picture. But my reference included me, like, oh, wow, I hear this. And so it was a setup. And so I take this picture and I tweet it. And I said, hey, at Buddy's Pizza, keep hearing about your restaurant from the hilarious comedian at J. Chris Newberg from at Heroin. Like, I'm tagging all the necessary shit going.
It's very clear what you're doing.
Very, very clear, right? This is fucking retard level shit. I'm going.
I see where this is going.
Yeah. And so I'm like, I finally stopped by to try it. He's right. This is amazing. When are you going to start doing some advertisements on his show? Seems like a perfect match. Something like that. There's nothing controversial. There's nothing,
Teed up.
Teed up. all you're hoping for is a couple goddamn retweets from people, maybe picks up a little buzz, comment or two. Fuck, favorite restaurant. Now that you mentioned it, I'm going to go there tonight. It's amazing. Hello.
Instead,
I get mad is what I get. I get fucking mad. Okay, there it is. Hey, Buddy's Pizza. I've been listening to this hilarious podcast by the Chris Army at Heroin Has, and he talks so much about you guys. I finally had to check it out for myself. He wasn't lying. It's amazing. When are you going to start advertising on his show? And
it's
so,
kind of like the Prana setup, to be honest. It's so overt.
Yeah, and so this dude jumps in, and he deleted some of it, so I'm assuming,
It hit him.
Yeah. He's like, he says something like, Jet's Pizza's at Jet's Pizza's fucking amazing too. Blah blah blah. Like totally missing the point. And then he says something else and I'm like, hey, fuckwad, do you mind? Can you not see what's going on here? Well, nothing like a little friendly competition between pizza joints. No, fucker. I don't give a shit in competition between Jet's Pizza and Buddy's Pizza. Are you kidding me? Jet's Pizza is not. What are you talking about?
It's two different levels.
It's two, and I'm like quietly going, yeah. How about you step to the fucking sidelines while we're doing a little something over here? He's like, Buddy's hasn't even replied. 10 minutes later, bing, there's Buddies replying as they should. Finally, Ellenbrook jumps in and is like, hey, cockblock, can you not recognize a fucking advertising opportunity when it's happening? Do you mind? And I finally fucking
That's
texted
awesome.
Ellenbrook and was like, thanks, dude. I was waiting for someone to jump in and go, hey, dipshit, do you not see what the play is here? Really? No, I was just starting to get some friendly competition between Jets and Hungry Howlers.
There's a lot of people that you're
Come
right.
on,
Do not.
man.
There's a lot of people that you're right. Do not get what's going on. They
Big picture.
really think it's all about them. And I always think like this, for example, like you don't have to, dude. I am not saying that everyone has to agree with everything that's like on a post. But like when I share, we have a guy from The Sopranos on our show.
Hate that guy, fucking dick.
It's like, can you understand that this isn't
Guy hasn't been
for
relevant in 12 years. Whatever. Lame.
It's one thing if it's my friend. This isn't for the guy who listens every day. This is for my friends who don't listen, who might go, oh shit, they talked to a guy from The Sopranos on that podcast Eric is on. Maybe I should check it out. Not for you to sit there and be like, boring, lame. I got through about 10 minutes of it. That guy's a fucking dick. Actually, I found out
What
later.
else has he done? Anything? Hashtag stupid.
Exactly, and it's like, man.
And it's like half the time, guys, half the time, that is sent in a package to, like, tagged to an agency that is like, here's a nice little package, professional thing where we have your client on for 15 minutes. We've cut out all the shit around the show. It's just yours. What we don't need is fucking dick hasn't been relevant in a decade. Whatever. Hashtag lame. Hashtag do better. Dude. Come on, man. Use your fucking head. They do write back, and they're like, so glad you were able to make it in. Think we could pay him in buddy bread? It's like, you're looking to crack open the door. Any soprano, any sort of like wedge in, like, hey, yeah, it's funny, man. Luke gets it. This fucking Luke dude jumps in. And agree, I'd never been there before, but after hearing it mentioned on Heroin Has a Great Podcast, I swung into the Novi location on the way home last week. I'll be getting a pizza a week because of the Chris Army.
Perfect, Luke.
There-
well done.
Was
Well
that
done,
so
Luke.
hard?
Well done, Luke.
Was that so hard?
Well, and the thing is,
This guy came back to me. Hold on, E.
Okay.
This dude came back to me and goes, by the way, how long have you lived in Michigan? You've never been to Buddy's Pizza before?
Here's what I think. Like
Oh my God!
Who is this? Can we publicly shame this person?
You're gonna be shocked. He's probably a CEO. I think he goes by the name Mike Oxlong. Yeah. No, I'm not kidding. That's not a joke. And he's a big listener. I'm just busting his balls. He's just getting the venom today because of yesterday. But I was writing like, thanks, Mr. Oxlong. I really needed your input there.
Well, I always
really.
think, here's what I said with mine. I don't think you have to agree with everything. You see the tweet, maybe you think it's dumb, whatever. But it's the negative. Dude, just roll the fuck on.
Yeah,
That's
that is
what it's
crazy.
like
You
when
can't just scroll by. You
Yeah.
gotta stop and troll.
What
I
got
see
to the
shit I
point,
don't like all the time on the internet. All the time, dude.
All the
I see
time.
posts and comments I think are stupid as fuck all the time.
And you just roll. I don't know what it is, man. Some people, they just can't do that, and it is what it is. But it's like, I just wish people could be self-aware enough to understand, like, oh, okay, he's not just shilling for Buddy's Pizza. This is kind of a fucking mix between a plug for heroin has, and he legitimately loves Buddy's Pizza, has it sent to him in Los Angeles. You know what I mean? Like, if there can be any small connection there, maybe Buddy's does. We'll send you free pizzas whenever you got a guest in studio the next day. Whatever sort of thing you can get going. It's like, that's all this was. This wasn't a political statement. This wasn't a fucking so-and-so's ugly as shit. Debate me about it. No. And it's like, really? You've never been to Buddy's Pizza? You lived here your whole life.
I'll tell you, this has not as much to do with like when you're plugging something, but one thing I've started taking on is like, honestly, just negativity trollers that are unsolicited bullshit. Like I was looking to go to like this country guy's Dwight Yoakam coming in June or something. And I go down this post like, oh shit,
Get the
Dwight
fuck out of my house now.
yeah.
That guy.
Right.
Now all of you, get the fuck out now before I get too mad.
For cocksuckers and retards, too.
Right.
That goes for cocksuckers and retards. Now get up off your asses and go.
I love the one where you can hear him pick up the guy in the wheelchair and start pushing him.
Let's see.
Get the fuck out. Stay out of my goddamn face, you fucking buzzard.
Buzzard.
You fucking buzzard.
Fucking
Go on,
buzzard.
E. Sorry.
So anyway, so like, and you know, you look at these things, and sure enough, of course, some dude, I went and saw him 10 years ago with a pine knob, but he sucked, was overrated. And it's like, so I commented like, oh, wow. So one dude saw him 10 years ago and wasn't impressed.
And
Let's
who
all
knows?
just-
The funny thing is, was it Dwight Yoakam you said?
Yeah.
Dwight could be on his fucking game like a motherfucker 10 years ago, but this guy had a fight with his shit girlfriend back then.
Oh, dude, it
went
could be
in to the show in a shit mood, sat there and fucking nursed a beer all pissy,
Right.
and then went, Yoakam blows.
Right. I commented back, I was just like, oh, so one guy 10 years ago wasn't happy with his performance. So
Yeah.
I'm sure Dwight Yoakam is real concerned about
Thanks
this.
for the heads up, pal. Make sure to skip that show.
Everyone has a voice now, man.
Yeah, I know. And they don't deserve one.
No,
They just
they
don't.
A grievance
deserve
is found,
one.
you might.
I'm going
Yeah,
after them,
I don't know
too.
what the
Yeah,
grievance is. What would you package that grievance
I would
as?
say
Just like,
something like people who just can't pick up on the obvious.
yeah, self-awareness.
Yeah.
Dude, that really is a thing, and we see it, you know, when you do something like this and you go to meet and greets and you meet all the different types of people that listen, you realize really, really quickly that there's a reason you hang out with the people you hang out with consistently, and that circle is very, very small because most other circles are very much different from yours, and they have different beliefs, and some of them are fucking weirdos, some of them are total assholes, some of them are amazing people, some of them are boring as shit, some of them are great, but you realize that everybody is way fucking different. We kind of just like, you know, we just kind of like float around, and it's like, yeah, that guy doesn't drive me totally insane. I can hang out with that guy. And you kind of build your crew, and
Oh, I
it's
know.
like 3, 4, 5 people strong. You find a chick that you don't hate to death, and it's like, well, I guess I could bang her for the rest of the time. I don't suppose
Well,
that'll
and
work.
dude, the other thing is, the reality is too, honestly, like, we're all fucking weird. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like, you sit there and you say, like, oh, I was at the CVS and this son of a bitch, can't he realize this? Well, dude, there's a very good chance that if that guy got to know you, he'd be like, that guy doesn't drive himself, really? You know what I mean? Little fucking idiot.
Yeah,
and a weird.
no.
He's the new truck, and he has his boyfriend driving around.
But I'm just saying, so we all go through this life, or you're right, though. You find a few people you
Yeah.
can deal with.
Yeah,
but
everybody's weird but you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I know. And I swear to God, I feel like that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? I am so normal and always right, and everybody else is
Right.
a fucking moron.
Don't they know that? Don't they
it's
know
like
that what they're doing is
you
stupid?
you can tell though when you do an event, you go to Hamlin, and we'll do it on the 18th, coming up in a week and a half, and you can prove me right all over again. You go there and you realize, oh yeah, this crew is from the East Side, this crew is from Birmingham. Like you can almost pick out where people are from by the way they conduct themselves in public, you know, and it's just. It always fucking makes me laugh, and it's like, I can't believe that guy just said that. He doesn't know 3 people standing here right now, at all. That was the most racist shit I've ever heard. That literally was the most racist shit I've ever heard. And this guy, that guy could be married to a black chick. You don't know.
Right.
You just launched something and everyone went, oh, fuck. I certainly don't know these people well enough to feel comfortable enough just dropping that anywhere.
Like the guy I met in Mackinac. Remember that time I told you about? I was at the bar in Mackinac alone, and the guy comes up to me and goes, hey, man, you want to like wingman for each other? I'm like, fuck, yeah, wouldn't hurt having another guy. And then he goes, yeah, the only thing about this bar, though, is a little too many N-words in here.
Oh, shit.
I was just like,
Okay. Well, you know what? On second thought, boy, look at the time. It's almost 8:30. I gotta get out of here. What do you say to that? The only problem is too many N's in here.
And he didn't say, obviously, he said the real word. And then he's like, I'm not saying I don't like him. I just think there's a little too many of them in here. I'm like,
Yeah, no, there's something more there. It's not just how many of them are in here. The fact that you noticed how many of them are in it. And what would you have said if he said, not my cup of tea, man. Few too many N-words in here. He's got to say the actual word, doesn't he? He can't say N-words.
He said the word.
Of course he did.
Right. I just kind of said, dude, I think I'm going to go get a beer, and I think I walked away.
Yeah.
And just like,
Where'd my wingman go?
Don't get a Guinness. A little too dark, if you know what I mean.
yelling it out.
Hey, you have not heard the last from our friend accountant Kyle Mayer. True, tax day, April 15th, has passed, but if you're a late filer or your business is in need of bookkeeping and accounting, call Kyle. He's a pro. You can trust him. Call Kyle Mayer today, 248-521-0016.
God, how excited. We didn't get to it yesterday. We had Marty on for so long, we never got around to announcing the royal birth. And
Oh, man, we missed out. I know.
wow.
We're late to the game.
Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I mean, this is just, they broke all protocol the way they did it.
Is that right?
Yeah, oh yeah. They didn't take photos on the steps. They didn't announce when she went into labor officially.
Oh, my.
They didn't go to the same place that Kate idiot went to have her baby.
Uh-huh.
She went to a different place completely. I mean,
This was to throw off the paparazzi?
no. Well, the Lindo wing where they all like to go to have their babies. Yes, the Lindo wing. I believe Diana started that with Bill and Red.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and so
The bastard child.
Yeah. Every time they sit him next to a redheaded guy, I'm just like, yeah, that's his dad.
The polo player.
Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, we don't even know this baby's name yet. Are we gonna
What
get
is
in?
it? Boy
I don't
or
know.
girl?
It's a boy.
Oh,
yeah, it's
thank
a
God.
boy. I know. And I don't know. I know there's a lot of people trying to guess the name, and it's like, oh God, I want to guess, but I don't want to make a stupid guess. Oh, I
They're
just don't
usually
know what
pretty
to do.
traditional dumb names, right? Like Harry, Henry, William,
Yeah.
George.
I know.
I didn't even know.
They can't go Connor and
honest,
shit like that, can they?
No,
Braden.
Jordan
They can't do that
Braden.
shit. Jaden.
Prince Braden,
Right?
the third.
Although he did just, spawn with an American, so.
Yeah, they said this could be he could be up for taxes, U.S. taxes, because he can get like he can run for president in the U.S. because of his mom, and be like a British royal, but he could be facing U.S. taxes. I'm like, I don't even know what that means. Who cares? This thing never has to work a day in its life if it doesn't want to. Why do people give a shit about this dude? We've talked about it ad nauseum.
Scroll so fast past those when I see those stories, and they're all over the place.
I can tell in 3 words. If the headline in the story, when I'm scrolling through the news, if I see Meghan Markle, Duchess, Father Fergie, William, Henry, gone. Don't give a fuck. I'm Baby Louis. Fuck Baby Louis. I don't give a shit what Baby Louis is wearing, and now it's sold out all over the world.
He looks like little Lord Fauntleroy. You can bet on that. Is that the second one from William and Kate? Louis? Or is that the first one? I don't know.
I don't know. It's like 1 or 2 now. Okay. And anytime one of these assholes steps out of wherever they are in the world, it's like, ooh, what's Kate Middleton wearing? And then it's sold out. It's like, do you even understand how sheep-like that is? Maybe the princess wore that hat. Where do I get it?
Well, the thing is it's marginally forgivable if you're English, right? Because this is just tradition. They've been doing it forever to get behind this shit. But if you're American or other places in the world, what the fuck do you care about this for?
I don't know why anyone cares, because they're basically just a giant load, right?
Yeah,
They're a
absolutely.
load. They are a drain on the British, right? They don't hold any real power.
Correct.
Right? They just are fed boatloads of cash.
Figureheads.
They're figureheads. They live in gigundous castles, gated, protected. and just filled with cash and extravagance.
It's insane.
And they hold no power. They don't really do anything. They're just like, man, we've always been here, so we just keep fucking our own cousins and stuff. Got to keep that blue line, that bloodline blue, you know, or whatever. And so, we just keep spitting out kids, and you guys keep building us castles. The old one won't die.
Oh, my God, yeah. Liz?
Dude.
Liz is
Shouldn't
still
she have been
kicking?
dead 20 years ago?
Feel like it, yeah.
Yeah, and even her husband, isn't her husband still?
Like when she was in Naked Gun, I felt like around that time.
Yeah.
She should have been dead, right?
Exactly. What was that, 1980 something,
Yeah.
90 something? I mean, she looked deathbed bound at that point. You're right.
Huge cankles. Just, oh, man, very matronly.
Oh, yeah. And she's just weird. You wouldn't want to talk to her. I bet she's got some views that you'd go, okay.
Oh, I've never thought about that. Like actually speaking to
Yeah,
the queen and what her views might be.
Oh, they wouldn't be
Never
good.
thought about it.
Like, it's weird. Every once in a while, you'll see her, like, in an old picture, and she's in, like, an old green Jeep with a shotgun. You're like,
What?
yeah. And it's like, what is she doing? Is she on a dog hunt right now? Like, what's going on? I picture if you talk to her,
I honestly have never thought about her as a real person.
I think she was a human at one point.
Yeah, an important one?
I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, can you find, what is the queen? Queen Elizabeth? Or
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth.
the what?
She's 93 for one.
Jeez.
See if
Done
you can
with
find
it.
old.
Elizabeth II.
I swear to God, dude, I saw pictures of her like on a hunt probably on the fucking Kensington grounds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like one of those fake hunts.
Ha! It's been a while.
It has been. Wow, 93. Has she been 93 for like 15 years?
Seems
I feel
like
like
it.
she turned 93 in the late 80s or something. You find any pictures?
She's got a Barbara Bush, condition or whatever.
Syndrome?
Yeah. Where she was just old looking the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah, but Barbara Bush had a kid die, turned white, her hair turned white overnight, and then she just froze there.
I just said early days. I said specifically look for hunting. I mean,
It was a story. It wasn't even that long ago.
God,
I'm
she just
almost
looks like
positive
Chuck
it was
and
her.
Drag, doesn't she?
Yeah. Well, dude, there's a lot of incest going on.
Hell yeah, there is.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it shocks me, though. It's like when anything happens relevant, because usually there's a story about them in the papers every day. You can find something. Meghan's fighting with her dad. William and Kate don't agree with blah, 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 blah. Just rumor, horse shit.
Yeah.
If anything relevant happens, a baby's born, it dominates the news. And I'm like, what are you
wait,
getting
what?
out of this?
There's-
is this it?
No, that's got to be fake.
Yeah, that's fake as
okay.
hell.
Oh, maybe not. 21 times Queen Elizabeth was a total what?
Badass.
Oh, badass.
That could be real. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
a
maybe.
setup thing.
No, this is like when the world was still black and white before we had color and stuff. Like she's out there. Yeah. And here we are spending 10 minutes on it, on these morons too. But spending 10 grand at a birthing place, is that a lot? Like, is it expensive to shit out a kid in a hospital? Mm-hmm. What's all it cost about, man? I mean, it's one night, bedroom, it's $300. $300. How much is the doctor an hour? $100? $50?
Yeah. Something like that.
I mean, you should be in and out for a G. If you can't get it done for a G, you're overpaying. Stay home,
But they spent 10 grand. $10,000 or pounds?
Well, I'm 8,000 pounds. I don't know what the pound is in relation to the dollar. I think
Be like 12 grand, I think.
something like that. That's the price of a basic birth package. No way the Royals are getting a basic birth package. They're not trying to shave a few bucks, right?
No.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what kind of bells and whistles you can get. Pick the cloth in the basket. Make sure your kid doesn't go into that ward where all the other screaming toddlers are. Do they have to put them in that? It's like the final.
General population? No.
They wouldn't put it in general
My
pop,
God,
would they?
no.
I mean, because what is that that room I'm talking about where it's like when fast food comes up and they got to just keep it warm? It always looks like the final baking stage of a baby.
Yeah,
When they
yeah.
put it in that room and they
Yeah.
just got the heat lamp on them. They wouldn't put it. That's general pop. They wouldn't go there.
I can't imagine.
No. Yeah, Kate famously appeared on the steps of St. Mary's Hospital in London, perfectly coiffed and manicured, to hold the new baby. And then William's done, and they got the family photos.
Oh, and that was hours after she spit that thing out, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That thing
And everybody's
barely
like,
fully
holy
dropped out
shit,
of her
look at her.
box.
She's all made up. She's got
Yeah.
a skirt on, all this stuff. She gave birth 4 hours ago or
Yeah.
some shit.
Megan is.
It's her duty, though. That's what she does. She drops kids and then looks beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole game, right?
That's
Wears
it.
a dumb hat, trend-setting clothes, pulls into Africa every once in a while and checks in on AIDS, waves for the cameras.
What an odd
Checks
existence,
in on
man.
AIDS.
Well, I mean,
You're right.
You know, just get a few fucking shots of you looking amazing with a bunch of shirtless fucking toddlers with AIDS in Africa, and you know, and now you're on Time Magazine. It's perfect. Right. Meghan is said to have considered the idea of posing for pictures and well-wishers straight after the birth as archaic. It's kind of a shot, right? Knowing that her sister-in-law
I never know
Kate
what to
just
believe
did
though
that.
when I hear, oh, Meghan said this. Meghan, they're trying to make this big soap opera between
they
Meghan
just
and
made
what's
it
her
up.
name, Kate.
Are you Team Kate or are you Team
Dude,
Meghan?
I don't know what I am, but it's very clear
Who
from just
cares?
perusing and scrolling by quickly that they put great effort into trying to make these two into some kind of opponents. You know?
Yeah, they do. The big one is Meghan and her father, I guess. That's the one I keep seeing where he's just some psychopath waving a finger, you know, and it's like, will he ever see the baby? It's like, I don't care. Maybe we should completely about face on this story, Jay, and really get into the Royals.
No.
I mean, that's our new jam, is following every fucking statement about
Have
this
a
family.
royal segment every week.
Yeah, just come in here and be like, dude, tell me you saw the blue bonnet that fucking little Louis
I
was
wonder how
wearing.
interesting it is as a soap opera, though, because that's the whole thing. The country is addicted to this soap opera that is the royal family,
Yeah.
and that's
Sit
why
there
it continues on.
Did they sit there every day and legit, like, you know what I mean? Like, watch a half-hour show so they know what happened, I wonder? Like, I wonder if they care that much.
Yeah.
Like, if they go to the pub and be like, oh, I can't believe it.
They must, because the amount of stories that are churned out in the, you know, especially in the European tabloids or anything like that, but even the world news, shitloads. If this is a story that everyone goes, whatever, they don't keep reporting it like this. It must be huge for sales and whatnot. But I just fail to see what it is because they don't really leave the place. They're always like an ambassadorship somewhere. They're doing global charity work. They're just basically a front for the brand. That's all they really are.
To Harry and William's credit, though, they did serve in the military.
Yes,
in
true.
legit positions too.
And let's be honest, Bill was a dud. Bill's a dud, William, for the lay. Bill is a fucking dud. He's boring. He has
bald.
missionary sex with his boring wife once a week for 4 minutes, and then he climbs off and, ooh, I need to towel off. That was rather disgusting. That's what I picture him doing. At least with Hank, when Harry was out and about, you know, as the bastard child of the the family, he was out, you know, goddamn right he's going to a Halloween party dressed as a fucking Nazi.
Yeah.
Hell yeah he is. Hell yes he's going to show up nude to a party. He's going to be smoking and drinking.
Yeah, there's
Rebel.
a strip poker episode, wasn't there?
You think
In Vegas, I think.
you think Harry's afraid of a fucking round of strip poker? No, of course not.
Firebush.
Yeah, he's probably light that goddamn thing on fire and send smoke signals, you know? But since he's gone, I mean, we're counting on Louis with his boring parents, and maybe he rebels in 20 years. But Harry's now stepped into the fucking, you know, dad role.
domesticated,
Yeah, I mean, dude, we're not going to see another Harry for a while, would be my guess. And so that's why it's hard to follow this story and care, but... Yeah. So, oh, by the way, I know you're going to want to know. We don't know the name yet, but the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. That's apparently Meghan and his titles. They're set to take their new baby on a tour of Africa in the autumn, making him, or her, it's a him, one of the youngest royals to go on an official tour.
Oh.
So we're already planning.
What number in line will this kid be?
It's got to be way down the list,
Yeah,
right?
hell yeah.
I mean, do they still like, you know, is there backstabbing and like, you know, plots to like
Game of
take out?
Thrones
Yeah. Do they do that? I mean, could this kid grow up and be like, I got to
It'd be more
take
fun if they did.
my uncle out, my dad out?
I'd watch that.
I would watch that too. Can you imagine?
Speaking of Game of Thrones, you see the product placement the other day? You hear about that? There's no way in fuck that wasn't intentional.
You think so?
Yes.
That's so bad though.
It's sitting right in front of
I
her.
know.
You've seen the picture, right?
No,
Pull it up.
I
It's a
have.
Starbucks coffee cup in Game of Thrones.
There's no way on planet Earth a respected show like that would sell out in the height of their popularity and the
think they
seriousness
did.
of that show.
I think they did.
No way.
In my opinion,
I think it's
they
one of those.
did. It's so obvious. It's sitting right there.
It's between the main characters in this big moment.
Look at it.
a fucking
It's not like
Starbucks.
it's not over her shoulder on a table in the back. It's right there, man.
Yeah. Well,
Now we're all talking about it.
Yep, that's
no,
it.
I know, but I would think you would pull that on the Kardashians or some lower end show,
I
not
know
like
you've
this.
never seen this, right? In this context, this big show
Fuck
like that.
no.
Right?
Why not, though? It's the last
But it looks
season.
bad. It looks bad because it's taking you into a. This is supposed to transform you into a different world,
Yeah.
a different whole thing. That makes it look, holy shit, you just took everything out of the moment. I don't think they would do that with this show as big as it is.
I think they did it.
Do you really?
I do. It's just
Like, for
too
real,
obvious.
you think?
I do.
Because here's what I think, Jay. I think this is one of those situations, you know, when you're like, where are my fucking keys?
Yeah.
Where are my fucking... I'm holding my keys.
possible.
Yep, they're right here. I think you've got
But
so
you know
many...
how they comb over this stuff in production and all that? You don't think they'd CGI that out or something?
Of course they would. I don't know.
How do you miss that?
Then why wouldn't they have?
Because I think of just what I just said. Where are my keys? Where are my keys? Where are my keys? Oh my God, they're in my hand.
Yeah, but then they
But this
produce
isn't
the
like
show.
right.
It's
Right.
not live.
I know, but when my guess is those are on some sort of digital format, and they're blowing through scenes and they're cutting. They've probably watched this. The main guys that are editing have probably watched that picture go by 10,000 times at least, and so
Never noticed it.
And it just becomes like, yeah, whatever. I mean, if that guy had a Nike swoosh patch on the back of his jacket or something, I could see that blowing by him too, maybe.
It's never happened though before. Why only one time, and why in the end of the series when they're at their peak?
Well, I don't. So HBO is subscription based. They don't take on advertisers like that. They don't have commercials. All the ads you see on HBO are for other HBO shows. They have no sponsors, no nothing. That's what we are. It's like members of our show. They pay, they get member content and stuff like that, and you don't need to add a bunch of more sponsors. That's HBO's whole game. So why would they fucking take a deal with Starbucks to have this one fucking cup? It makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm all for a good conspiracy theory. I am. If it was on any other network, I'd be with you.
I just don't think it's a big reach to even call it a conspiracy theory. There's a fucking Starbucks cup front and center.
I know.
Obvious what it is.
I know.
In the scene.
Do you know what I'm saying, though, as far as, like...
I do.
The match doesn't make sense, and I think we would know about it, like, oh, wow, Burger King paid $10 gazillion to have whatever.
Yeah, all of a sudden there's a Game of Thrones drink at Starbucks.
Yeah, well, if that happens. If I find that I'm defending Game of Thrones, I don't know, man. I was reading some stories and people...
If I find or hear the individual that has said that about me, I will pull your goddamn tongue out of the roots.
That show,
Thank you very much.
That show has pimped itself out hardcore. There's Adidas shoes, Game of Thrones Adidas shoes.
Really?
Yes. So they are not above pimping themselves.
I know, but that would be HBO pimping. You know what I mean? Like, that's
I don't know, man.
different. And I think, I was reading one story that I really agreed with, and it was talking about how important it is to be able to establish for your audience, like, take them somewhere else and keep them in that world believable. A Starbucks cup looks bad for Hollywood. It makes it look like people aren't paying attention to the small details.
Mm-hmm.
And it immediately, I went, that's fucking classless as shit. That had to be a mistake, because there's no way the powers that be would allow that to go on and risk the kind of shit that they... I think that's a huge black eye for Hollywood. Don't you think that's terrible?
Do I think it's terrible for Hollywood? Yeah, but everybody can understand a mistake. Everybody gets that for
Right.
the reason you just described. Like, where are my keys? Where did I leave that?
Yeah.
Everybody can understand that if it is in fact a mistake.
But
So it's one of
what
these
you
things-
guys are saying, it wasn't a mistake, though.
I don't believe it was, but I'm just
Really?
telling you that I don't believe it's this huge black eye, because everybody understands mistakes are made. So you can go to your grave saying it was a mistake and not
Yeah.
looking like you pimped yourself,
This is
and
gonna-
people would understand it.
Well, I think...
I don't think it's
when I watched
holy
it...
shit. That I'm never watching a fucking movie again. I
No,
mean, that just
no, no,
blew
no.
my mind. I was in the mode. I was back in medieval
Yes,
times.
yes.
And then that Starbucks cup.
I found myself going, oh yeah, where the night fucking guy is going down. I was there. I'm in the moment. It's winter, and
And then
winter fell.
you saw
the
it?
teams are combining. I knew it already. I hadn't
okay.
seen it yet, and so when I did, it was like, oh, they can stop at Subway on the way back from the fucking war. Like,
Do you think you would have noticed it if you didn't?
No.
Yeah.
No,
If you
probably
didn't
not.
have the heads up.
But think about it. If Star Wars comes out with their new movie, and all of a sudden there's a fucking Wendy's logo somewhere off, you'd be like, dude,
Yeah.
are we on Tatooine or are we not? Where are we right now? Wendy's? You'd be fucking pissed. You know, there's a goddamn Adidas stripes on the guy's fucking sword or whatever. You're like, oh man, where do you get that at Dick's?
what's-
You
by
go to
the
Dick's
way-
Sporting Goods and pick that up?
Dude, I think we brought it up in the show before, but Wendy's, you ever see, like, Wendy's on social media is fucking hilarious.
Hilarious.
Like,
Yeah, they are.
They have one recently, Jay, where, like, this twin kids, like, you know, brother and sister, one's going to Auburn, one's going to Alabama, and they're like, oh, family divided, blah, blah, blah. And Wendy's like, yeah, until they get married. Or, like, just suggesting these cousins are going to get married just because they're in Alabama.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I have to show you the wording to maybe it would have been
Wendy's
more clear.
is kind of fucking stinging. They'll take shots at people. They'll fuck with people that fuck with them.
Yeah.
It's really a brilliant move, to be
Enough
honest.
so, dude, that I've
Remember
like,
the kid that wanted fucking Wendy's nuggets for life or something? How many retweets do I need to get? And they're like, nah, 1 million.
Yeah.
And then it went viral, and the kid never got his 1 million, but they ended up hooking him up with some shit. But
Yeah, I think so. You're right.
yeah, there's been a few campaign things that they've done, and it's just probably some smartass that's running their Twitter
Yeah.
feed. It's just shooting shit back at people. Yeah,
Funny, though.
it's good.
Someday you'll probably know who that guy was. He'll probably be on SNL or something. Be
Right.
like, yeah, I used to run the Wendy's feed too.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
that dude, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
fucking
the
used
guy.
to follow you, man. Because that's what I always wondered. It's like, who the fuck is following Ace Hardware? Like, who
I know.
who was the guy? Why does Ace Hardware have 100,000 fucking followers? Like, who's doing that?
Well, with
But they're
Wendy's,
sending out
Wendy's-
coupons for
That's what I was
Wendy's,
gonna say. With some of
guess,
those
but-
places, they'll give you coupons or deals or whatever. The apps
Dude,
are
Heinz
big right
Ketchup.
now. Yeah.
Heinz Ketchup has followers.
Right. I know. I don't get the ketchup, but I do get like the apps
deals,
on some
man.
of these. Yeah, there's some deals.
Were they always doing deals though? I mean, I know
Well, I
that's
think-
new now. We hear about that now. Burger King. Oh, one Whopper for a penny today or whatever. That stuff. That makes sense. But
I don't know.
Ace Hardware.
He's hardware.
Pick up a
really
paint stirrer
weird
for
example.
fucking for free. Come in.
Hey, you should follow Twin Peaks instead. Twin
There you
Peaks,
go.
they are your ultimate sports lodge with a menu to match. Pair any of their made-from-scratch menu items with a frosty 29-degree draft beer served by a beautiful Twin Peaks girl, and you're in for a legendary sports watching experience. Twin Peaks is the best place for all things hoops, and the road to the finals is on. Get to your favorite location for all of the NBA playoffs action coming at you from every angle. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
Oh man, this is going to sound really stupid, but what is the Presidential Medal of Freedom?
Yeah, I don't
Do you know much about that?
Tiger Woods got it the other day.
I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. What is, like, I get Purple Heart, got it.
Yeah.
The importance, but it's like Tiger Woods is weeping as he's being presented the Medal of Freedom.
What does it mean?
I don't know. I was really hoping you would have known this. I probably should have asked you beforehand. By the way, you finally tuned in on the Medal of Freedom?
Whatever that
Award
is.
bestowed by the president.
Highest civilian order. Yeah, but
Oh,
what gets you
shit.
at E?
Okay.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't-
like 5
How do you
golfers that won
qualify?
it.
Huh.
Is that fucking Biden getting it from?
Yeah,
Well,
he's been a politician for longer than I've been alive. Come
Yeah.
on.
So
Sure.
wait, they said it was like bestowed upon the greatest American or something, like the best civilian. Is that what it's?
I'm waiting
What?
for.
Well, I
You
mean,
took it all
wait
away
for
from us. We're
Bing to
reading,
chime in
reading
here.
it there.
I mean, no, I didn't take anything away from you. You finished it. All it gave was
The
that.
highest
No, I wanted
civilian
to-
award in the United States. It recognizes those people who have made an especially meritorious contribution to the security or national interests of the United States,
What-
world peace, cultural, or other significant
Tiger?
public or private endeavors. So you can give it to anybody.
Joe Biden, I want to know what.
He's been
how
a politician
credentialed
for
up he
longer
is.
than
Serve
I've
the
been
American
alive.
I understand
People,
that.
like, serve the people.
This
He
is the
deserves a-
highest medal a civilian can get. I want to know what was it for his fucking crime legislation in the 90s?
He deserves it more than
That
Tiger Woods does.
That flooded him personally, flooded prisons with fucking minorities. That's Joe Biden. Was it when Biden flew to China and hooked his fucking kid and Heinz Ketchup's kid up with $1.5 billion financial gain with China? China? Did that get him the medal?
Who else we got? E?
Was it all the gropies done over the
I guess
years?
there's
We
different.
have art, dance, architecture. Wow.
I guess.
Keep going down. Bob Hope got one. Doug Kirklis got one.
Wait, why am I seeing
Meryl
multiple
Streep,
names?
Steven Spielberg.
Oh, that's the years they were president.
Keep going, Jesus. Literature.
Oh, Bob De Niro got one from
Obama.
Obama. Yeah, sure.
Oh, so it just runs the gamut of,
Whatever.
people who star fucked by Americans.
You know, if they're going to
Frank
say
Sinatra.
it's Count Basie, really? Ron Reagan gave it to Count Basie. if they're gonna say this is like the highest civilian award in the land, it's like shouldn't we like know their names? I feel like
Yo Ma, Bob
Yo-Yo.
Dylan,
Ella
Stevie Wonder,
Fitzgerald.
James Taylor. Yeah, this is just okay. This is just foof.
Looking photography.
It's foof.
It's foof. It's
cool looking
foof.
metal, but it's foof.
Business and economics.
What did Anne Wang do? Who the fuck is Anne Wang?
Donald
And
Trump
why is
I
President
believe it's An Wang.
An Wang?
Wang.
I shit An Wang.
Could Donald Trump give himself a business and economic medal of freedom?
this year the Presidential Medal of Freedom should go to the greatest American civilian, like the president. And we're placing this around my own neck.
Well, no, he's a business and economic guy. He could give himself it.
An
Donald
Wang
Trump.
was a Chinese-American computer engineer and inventor.
Huge. Yeah, deserved. So,
Look at all these other
cool.
fucking things. Christ.
Juliette Gordon-Low.
Or was that? I don't.
Barack Obama's just doling these things out to anybody. Gerda Weissman Klein. Explain Gerda Weissman Klein, Mr. President.
She's a humanitarian.
Obama. The fuck is Gerda? American writer, human rights activist. Oh, my.
Holocaust account. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, throw the
Yeah.
Jews in there
Oh,
and you're
yeah.
good.
Yeah, recognize the Jews. You're good. Yep, she's good. Well, Tiger got it.
I
At
know.
least we can go, yeah, Tiger Woods, pretty damn good golfer. Love the pussy.
Are you kidding me?
You know?
Why does he deserve it?
Why does Patricia Wald deserve it?
I know. I'm not.
At least we all know in this room, if I went Tiger Woods, you go,
Look,
yeah, Nike, golf.
Listen, Trump wanted to get on the course with Tiger, and this was a way to get in it.
I like the blacks.
I love the blacks.
They call
Even
me a
the-
racist.
What do they call them? Cablinese? Cablinese. Whatever you are, Tiger, you're a mess.
He's not white.
He's not white fully, not blue blood at all. But we love him. He's a good guy. He's the best. Yeah, so I mean, obviously Tiger's crying, and I kind of respect Tiger. I see pictures of him and Trump like arm in arm, and you know Trump's wearing his dumb "Make America Great Again" hat. Like that's a curse, dude. You don't want to be in public with anything MAGA
Yeah,
or
he
with
survived
Trump.
that.
He doesn't give a shit.
That is kind of funny.
He's like Kanye West in a way. It was just like, yeah, dude, whatever. Here I am. Last week, arm in arm with this president that you all
Right?
fucking hate.
I can't believe it. Like you're right. Why aren't there people like going after him for his sponsors and stuff? But is it because he's black?
Well, he hasn't really said anything positive for the president, right? He just kind of
But that
goes
doesn't
along
even
with
matter
it.
anymore.
I
No.
understand, but it's not like Kanye. Kanye spoke out on behalf of the president, right?
Very true, but it is weird, don't you think? It's like, why does Tiger?
Escape
like-
scrutiny.
Yeah, he's not an outspoken politician-y guy. You know, you don't
Because
think
even
of him
Brady's
as like.
gotten scrutiny for having a MAGA hat early
Oh my
on, right?
God!
Yeah, but Brady's white, and so that right there is trouble. But yeah, Brady caught a lot of shit. Continues to. Bob Kraft, and those guys went, oh shit, and they just kind of backed the fuck off.
And why wouldn't you? Honestly?
Right, but Tiger Woods doesn't.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods is golfs with him now.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be out at a course. They own a restaurant or something together at one of the courses in Jupiter, Florida. They're business partners on it. But you don't hear much about that. But he's like, he's saying he's one of the greatest athletes in the history of sports. He's inspired people worldwide. He's a great person, great guy. Dude, if anyone's ever giving me an award for something, please do not lead with Mike is a great guy, great person. Doesn't that say you really don't know someone?
Yes.
Tell me about Jay. Jay is a great guy, really the best. So Woods cried at the White House. He talked about his late father and his amazing comeback. You've seen the good, the bad, the highs, the lows. I would not be in a position without all your help. I've battled. I try to hang in there. Oh, no, that's Tiger saying that. I've battled. I try to hang in there.
Why is Tiger talking like Trump?
Yeah, Trump said that Woods is known for pushing boundaries, whatever that means.
What's known? Tiger is.
Yeah, defying limits.
He is.
Tiger Woods, what do you think?
Pulled a lot of puss.
When I think of Tiger Woods, really pushing boundaries and defying limits.
I mean,
is what?
The very beginning when he won those Masters and Augusta, that was a big deal.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
Being
remember
the first black.
Fuzzy Zeller making
my
those
God.
collard
Oh.
greens comments and shit?
He wasn't the only one either. There were other guys that did it.
The funny thing is, if you remember that, I don't remember what brought these ones. I don't know if it was the collard green ones or something else. But if you remember that there was a year where they did the Masters sans advertisements, and the reason is they were getting such backlash. I think and they just we'll just do it without advertisements, right? You remember that?
don't.
Yeah, probably. There's like Butler Cabin and stuff.
And let me look into it here. I guess.
Yeah, there's a few guys. It wasn't just Fuzzy too. There was someone else that was talking about collard greens and fried chicken and watermelon, and yeah, it was like, dude, what the fuck is the matter with you? How could you think that's acceptable? Anyway, Tiger, we are inspired by everything you have become and attained. The job you have done is incredible. Spectacular achievements on the golf course, your triumph over physical adversity, and your relentless will to win, win, win. Your insatiable thirst for pussy, drugs, and more pussy. I mean, that's probably what Trump thinks most is like, this guy loves crushing pussy even more than me. This guy's a legend. Yeah, unrelenting drive, blah, blah, blah. We don't know what's next for Tiger, but we know it'll be good. I hope it's back to the pussy days. Those are my favorite seasons of Tiger. You know what I mean? Those mid show seasons about pussy and drugs were always my favorite. What happened? Did you find anything, E?
Shit. I swear I remember this. I'm trying to look it up, but this is 2000. See, I'd have to read the whole thing because I don't remember it all. But here's like an article from 2002 that says Masters goes.
Well, there you go. Masters goes commercial free. 2002. It's not because it's decided it doesn't need sponsors. It's because the club says it wants to protect them. Under pressure to admit female members, Augusta National Chairman Hootie Johnson, that's right, Hootie Johnson.
Hootie was the shit.
God announced Friday that the 2003 tournament will be conducted without any sponsors. The move was a preemptive strike to avoid having previous tournament sponsors pulled into the controversy. Yeah, so they were all going to get boycotted, right?
Right.
Because,
so then they just said, well, we'll do it without them.
Yeah.
That's right. But that's not as good as Fuzzy Zeller, because Fuzzy Zeller was not the only one. But if you type in Fuzzy, Tiger, that's where you get his whole comment, if it was him, I think you're right, was really bad. It was more than just a simple shot.
Yeah, I remember Fuzzy. I don't remember others, but
yeah.
I'm sure there were.
There was something about a fucking jacket, too. I can't think of it, because the green jacket. So I'm like, oh, we have to do that and blah, blah, blah now. But I don't remember. See, if you find it, E, let us know. Do you think the deal with the partisan politics, Jay, with the whole Mueller report, is that starting to fade, in your opinion? I know you try to ignore as much of this horse shit as you can.
Well, I mean, as we saw, everything was projected upon Attorney General Barr last week for, quote, lying, right? Dude wrote a summary. It was clearly a summary. He released it, and then he released the entire report. I don't understand what the issue was.
I know.
It was just entirely just a projection of angst.
Dude, we weren't here last Thursday, and so, when this was all going on, oh my God, there are lots of things that can make me laugh, but seeing, old white guys get back in the game and show up with a bucket of chicken.
Oh my God.
Oh, God, my stuff. I mean, just such talent,
All to make the joke that Barr was a chicken. He didn't show up for the follow-up day of questioning.
Yeah.
A chicken.
It's a chicken.
Bok, bok.
So we were getting bok, bok, bok tweets, and we were getting toy chicken.
Yeah.
See the guy with the toy chicken?
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, that had to hurt. I mean, but when Barr saw that, and seeing that old guy with his face in a bucket of chicken, I mean, it was like, who came up with that, and how do we let him run the country?
So
that is brilliant. I mean, this was so tacky and stupid. You sent an aide out at 8 in the morning to get a bucket of chicken for your little prop. Boy, that nailed it. No, Barr wasn't a chicken. He sat there up for fucking hours the day before and answered all your ridiculous questions. Ridiculous. When one idiot, maybe Kamala Harris is going, so when you gave your findings on Mueller's report, did you cross-reference all the people he interviewed and talked to and blah, blah, blah?
Review all the evidence.
Review all the
underlying evidence. No, I didn't reinvestigate the whole thing. I read his report, which summarized the evidence, which, by the way, came to the conclusion that there wasn't enough to prosecute him for.
I'm
so
here.
Dumb.
My job is to look at this and go, okay, I'm assuming this is not bullshit and lies. I'm assuming the guy that's been doing this for the last 2.5 years has given me this. And I look at it and go, my job is not politics, it's crimes. I'm the attorney general of the fucking nation. My job is to go, okay, Yeah, sure, it doesn't look great. I probably shouldn't have said that. Is there a crime here I can prosecute? No. Stamp. Done. Next.
Kamala.
Well, come on. Dude, she's a prosecutor herself.
Dude, she's
I know, but still, she would know the basics and know how bullshit that is.
But no, it's a great little soundbite. And then she can tweet around, no one worth his salt, no prosecutor worth their salt would not look at the evidence before making a decision on a prosecutorial call. And then everybody, retweet, like.
What she said.
I hate Trump, I hate Trump.
We need more of this. Dude,
Waste of time.
she's going. I mean, what she was asking of this guy who basically joined the team, I don't know, a week before the report came out. She was basically going, wait a minute, you didn't cross-reference and check. He spent 2 years putting this together, and you didn't cross-reference every fucking thing? You didn't re-interview everybody to make sure everything's telling the truth? Outrageous. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Everything we heard before the Mueller report was released was that Mueller was God and could not make an error. So
absolutely.
why would you look at the underlying evidence if Bob Mueller summarized it for you?
I mean,
The great Bob Mueller.
I get it. I get it that people thought Bob Mueller was going to be the guy riding in on a white fucking horse. Finally, that this nightmare is over. Here's what we were waiting for. The one, the only, honest to a fault. Everybody on both sides respects him. What he says is fucking done. He comes in and goes, yeah, sorry, guys. No collusion. I know these assholes have been coming out to microphones for fucking 2 years telling you they've seen it all. But here's the reality. They haven't. So anyway, I'm going back to my home if you need me. And they went, oh, that wasn't possible. Schiff's been telling us for 2 years. He's seen direct evidence. How does
Adam
this...
Schiff.
And so these guys nab these grandstanding pieces of shit, time-wasting assholes sitting up there going, we demand this chicken come out. It's like, no, you know, I get what you're saying. He did go, yeah, go fuck yourself. How about that? I'm not coming back tomorrow. Why did he do that? Oh, I don't know, because you wanted to change a bit of the rules. You didn't want your clownish fucking Congress people interviewing him like his protocol. You wanted to bring in attorneys. You wanted to bring in actual litigators to make it appear like it was a fucking hearing. He wasn't at a hearing. He wasn't on trial. You know what I mean? Like, it's absurd. He went, no. What are you talking about? If idiot over here, Cory Booker wants to ask me a couple questions with no follow-ups,
yeah,
fine. That's what we're here for. They wanted it to give the appearance of an impeachment hearing. And you get a bunch of J's up there crossing and fucking hammering. You can make that look like that.
It is because they realized, the Congress people and the people at home realized really, really quick what I realized last week when I brought it up, that these guys don't know how to fucking question a witness.
I know. It's hilarious.
And they go round and round, and they think they're going to get a yes answer, and when they don't know what to ask next. And so they know it's just a waste of time. The few of them, like Kamala, are looking for that soundbite that they can tweet around and use for their campaign. But the rest of them don't know the first thing about it. And so, they realized really quick, shit, we should get some real lawyers in here to try to trap this guy. And Barr was like, go fuck yourself.
Not happening.
I'm out.
As he should. You know, I mean, it's just, look, my job was to do this. I did it. Now I'm the fucking bad guy? Excuse me. You know, I know what the laws are. I know what I'm looking for, and I know what I was tasked with doing. These people going, will you, on the record, promise to recuse yourself from any future litigation involving this president or Russia in general?
No.
No. Okay. Well, there's no follow-up to that. He has this big, will you go on the record and promise to recuse? No. No further questions.
Aide whispering in his ear from behind him.
Oh, you just got fucking smoked, dude. Just bail. Just eject. Eject. Eject.
I'm going to assign the remainder of my time to the gentle lady from Maine.
They're like, I don't know how we can keep questioning him. I mean, he was appointed by Trump, which means they're in bed together. He's doing the president's bidding. I mean, this is how is there not a conflict of interest? This is a clear conflict of interest. We need to start over. Conflict of interest. I'm going, Jay, maybe you can tell me, how is it not a conflict of interest to have Amy Klobuchar, Cory Booker, Kamala Harris grilling this guy about and saying anything they want on the record, no matter how retarded it is, to shit on the guy that they're running against for president next year? How is that not a conflict
Well, I mean,
of interest?
they've got obligations as Congress people and these hearings to get to the bottom of matters. So that's their role.
We don't have to. I'm just beyond my mind is beyond blown. Where it's like you're calling this man a liar. I don't care if you like him, hate him. I don't know enough about him. What I know is this was the job and to do. Now he's a liar and a chicken. Okay?
Chicken.
He's a liar and a chicken, and you're bringing props out, you fucking clowns. You money-wasting clowns. And then you're going to go on camera and go, he's a liar. No, ma'am, you're a fucking liar. Nobody, any lawyer would tell you, no, I have a team that prepares this shit. That's their job. Just like a judge. Has a judge gone through every fucking thing? No, he's got clerks that do a lot of that work. You know, there's people that work for these people.
They need a villain, right? They need a villain to keep the storyline going.
I don't know, man. I know you guys hate even talking about this stuff, but it bothers me so fucking much because it's like you're just flat out playing a game with the American people's money and time and resources. Really, I bet we bought that bucket of chicken, Jay.
I was just actually was about to check in. Like, I wonder who paid for that chicken. You know what I mean? Like,
he looked like a fucking 80-year-old bald white guy. Hilarious.
Yeah, just chomping on the
chomping
chicken.
on a giant chicken breast with a KFC bucket. Ugh, pathetic.
dude, this quote is terrible, by the way.
Back to Feisty Zeller.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
He's doing. Want to read it there, Jay? Is it?
He's doing quite well. Pretty impressive. That little boy is driving well and he's putting well. He's doing everything it takes to win. So you know what you guys do when he gets in here? You pat him on the back and say congratulations and enjoy it. Tell him not to serve fried chicken next year. Got it? Or collard greens or whatever the hell they serve.
Because what I think the deal is, right, is if you win, then the next year the winner gets to pick
the dinner.
Yeah, pick the dinner. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, that little boy is fucking horrible. To say he's doing everything you guys do when he gets in here. You pat him on the back, say congratulations, enjoy it. Tell him not to serve fried chicken. Got it? Or collard greens or whatever the hell they serve. So when he says whatever the hell they serve, is he talking about those people? He's not talking about whatever the Masters serves.
No, he is not, dude, in my mind.
Yeah, it's fitting we call it the Masters.
By the way, what's wrong with
Fit in nicely here at the Masters.
What's wrong with fried chicken and collard greens?
I can't tell. Honestly, I don't think I've ever had collard green, but it's nothing against anybody or people. I just don't like greens for the most part in general.
You avoid leafy vegetables.
Yeah, I've often said my line was the only green thing I'll eat is M&Ms. Like I like green M&Ms, but other than that, so it's not a shot at anyone's cooking or collard greens. Have you ever had them? I don't even know what they are.
I think I have. Yeah.
Really?
I think it's like spinach kind of.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
No offense, I don't like spinach either.
Well, that's a real reason, though, not just whatever the hell they're gonna
Yeah.
serve. Watermelons and shit, like Christ. We were gonna have some grape drink.
So bad.
Like,
If I
asshole.
was Tiger, I would have fucking had grape drink, watermelon, fried chicken, and collard greens served. I would have had all of it
Right.
served. Yeah. There you go. Sorry, Fuzzy. Go ahead, Jay.
Hey, does your money work as hard as you do? You will spend upwards of 45 years working to support your lifestyle, provide for your family, and set aside money for retirement. Let Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial help to make sure your money is working as hard as you are. Call today, tell him you're a friend of the show for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. Call Mark at 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark.
securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Garbage disposal.
Do we really want to go back to that?
Did we set, I think it is, I think I finally said, okay, Jay, it's a disposer. Mm-hmm. I think I still say garbage disposal. That's an age-old argument that's probably going to continue long after we're gone. You know what I mean? Because anybody that says, "Oh, I'm a garbage disposal" is on the Fred side, go, you mean your disposer?
Yes.
Hello, and you can see it written on the metal there when it's drilled into your sink. You can see it's clearly a garbage disposer. But we're never going to satisfy everybody with our opinions of disposal. We would agree that most people know what they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like we all know
Who doesn't know what that is?
that weird light switch thingy.
Come on, man.
It's on the wall there. Boy, we just love the realness of AOC.
Oh, my God.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Alex from the Bronx.
Sure.
So
doing a
she's
little
going to
dance.
claim she's just so down to earth she didn't grow up with a garbage disposer, so oh my God, what is that?
I was
Is
just
that what
a
she's
poor
claiming?
kid or something.
Come on, man.
Dude, I don't
Hasn't
know.
that myth been debunked? Didn't she grow up like middle class? Wasn't that the deal?
Probably when you see the videos of her in high school, she's in dance class doing a flash dance mix up with the fucking Footloose thing. I don't think that's going on at whatever school, inner city school. That doesn't seem like it. She seemed very well to do.
But now she's going to claim she doesn't know what a garbage disposer is.
She posted pictures and videos on Instagram showing the terrifying contraption at work in her swanky DC apartment and saying she'd never seen one before. Everyone, I need your help because I just moved in this apartment a few months ago and I just flipped a switch and it made that noise and it scared the daylights out of me. I am told this is a garbage disposal. She's already getting bad information. So, yeah, we can hear her talk about it. And then she wonders whether the device was environmentally sound.
I am told this is a garbage disposal. I've never seen a garbage disposal. I never had one in any place I've ever lived.
Pause for a second.
It is terrifying.
Hold on. Isn't she famously a bartender?
That's a great.
Right? She's worked in bars and kitchens
Yeah.
and restaurants.
Sure.
Come on. You don't know what a garbage disposer is?
That's not possible.
No.
I love
That's a great point, dude.
People on the right were chiming in here going, it's clearly clogged. Get your hand in there. Clean up. Trying to get her to put her hand in there and turn it back on. Go ahead, E.
Oh, back that up just like a second.
Terrifying. I don't know what to use it for.
Look at the shadow.
or
Her
what its
hand's
purpose
out.
is.
Her hand is out. Oh my God.
Like food scraps? Like, is this environmentally sound? I don't know.
Come on.
What are you
You're right,
talking-
Jay. Look that up. See if she was a bartender. See if
is
she
a
was.
bartender.
Because if
That's
that, I know,
That
I
is
think
so
so, but
farcical. Dude, you okay, if you want to say, look, I've never lived in a place that had one.
Yeah.
I'm excited to have this. This is awesome. What a luxury. Okay, go that route. But come on.
yeah, that's pretty standard.
Dude.
Your whole life too. Like I get it. Some places now have recycling compactors or whatever.
Yeah, I've
Like,
never
if you-
had one,
I've never
but-
had one.
yeah.
My parents have one in their kitchen. I don't even know what it is. And if I saw it, I'd probably ask them like, "What the hell is this?"
Oh, things from Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Han Solo. They got. Yeah.
Oh, cool. But dude, that's like going into a place and going, what is this weird? They push the handle and the water goes counterclockwise and it flushes. What is
That's
this?
insane. I can't believe she did that.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Dude, there has to be video out there of her in New York working at a bar
Right.
that some dickhead's just filming there. Because, dude, if you worked at a bar as a bartender, you're garnishing things. You're taking big celery stalks and making your
Right.
shit for your Bloody Marys and your olives. There's all kinds of scrap shit that you end up throwing in this weird pit that I've never seen before. You made your job way harder than it needed to be, lady.
And by the way, the environment is this environmentally sound. That is just like I'm woke. Like
You're talking about the author of the Green New Deal.
Yeah, it's the Green
Okay.
Deal.
Sorry.
It's the Green Deal. She's got to keep on point, on message. So go ahead. So,
This
okay.
is just I mean, this
Tending
is-
bar and waiting tables.
I guess that's her.
I want to know right now
I've had.
if I've had that place has a garbage disposer in it. I guarantee you that it does.
It's insane. Look at the tooth to gum ratio. I
Yeah,
can't.
it's troubling.
It is troubling.
What
1 to
is-
1.
Yeah. There's something Count Dracula Ian about her. You know what I mean? Count Chocula
The
Ian.
incisors make her vampiric.
Yeah, it's
in
the
appearance.
I think it's the hairline with the eyebrows and those ears.
If she had a widow's peak, holy
Oh,
shit.
dude.
It's on.
If we just took that image and just imposed it over Count Chocula on a box of cereal, I think you would walk right by it in the aisle and not even go, wait, is that AOC?
I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that could pass as Count Chocula.
Jesus.
I mean, I'll
Chocula.
yeah.
I think if it was just like, and I mean a full row of Count Choculas.
Yeah, just the whole box, the whole row with her face on them.
Yeah, like if my face was on there, you'd go, what the fuck
Yeah.
is Mike's face doing on a Count Chocula box?
Yeah.
What's going on
Stop me in my tracks.
here? In your tracks.
But
I think if that...
yeah,
I think
she
you
could
did
pass
it
for
right.
Chocula.
You know, that's why I say superimpose, like that. You know that thing where they, where it kind of, yeah,
Got to
whatever it is.
Photoshop it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the profile doesn't work as well as just the front arm.
There you go. What's his full name? Does he have a full name, or is Count his first name?
Dude, that's a great question. I bet all those monster cereals have backstories, like Blueberry and
yeah. Frankenberry.
Yeah, I bet they all have a story behind them. They probably had a cartoon with them
Yeah, probably.
going back to the 70s, 80s.
Yeah. It's probably fair.
Count
yeah,
Chocula backstory. Let's see what Bing says.
Can you imagine there's a whole badass backstory about the Count
Whole
Chocula?
set of books and movies.
I hope his name's Bill, dude. Count Bill Chocula.
Oh, man. First created in 1971, Count Chocula was the first. Strawberry-flavored Frankenberry was the next.
Yeah.
They'd engage in comic bickering over which cereal was better. I remember that. That was fun.
Would they only take on the other monster cereals? They wouldn't.
No, I think
go
they
after
just
like
bickered
Cookie
back.
Monster.
No,
like
I don't believe so.
Cookie Crisp.
They went back and forth on each other. General Mills, Blueberry came in later, much later. I don't see much of a backstory, man.
Really, they don't have a first name. They would have named him. They can't just call him the Count.
Count Alfred Chocula.
Yes, I knew it.
God damn it.
Excellent.
Al.
Excellent. His
Al
name's
Chocula.
Al Chocula. That's exceptional.
Fucking Al. I would
name's
not have guessed
Al.
Al in a million years. Wow.
And what's
Franken doesn't. I think they're just going Frank.
You ready for some? You ready for a little conspiracy action here, Jay?
Sure.
What is Miss AOC's first name?
What is it? Alexandra?
Al.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm not saying anything, dude. I'm just saying. Little too
Yeah.
much there for me. I mean,
Too
Al,
coincidental.
Al Cortez, Al Ocasio-Cortez, if that's your real name. Al, I'm on to you, Al fucking Chocula.
God,
I
look-
can't tell if that's what I thought that was like. You said there was like apparently a back and forth where they would compete, but I don't know if that's it.
Which one, up top or the
I thought
third
he
one
said, I
down?
thought Jay
yeah,
just
just
read
said
that.
the early commercials. I think had them
Okay.
going back and forth.
It wasn't like mob
No.
type action.
Okay.
It was more subtle, like tweeting at someone. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Blueberry, reputedly the first blueberry flavored cereal. I believe that. Released
you?
in 1973.
Are there any other
Hold
blueberry?
on, Fruit Brute. Do we know Fruit Brute?
What is that?
It went from 74 to 82.
Wait, that's right in our zone, man.
I know.
We would have been all over
Brute.
Fruit Brute. Wait, is this some cheap knockoff of that
Like
your
a Fruity
parents would-
Pebbles?
Yeah, which is delicious, by the way. Oh, I could still fuck up a bowl of Fruity Pebbles.
Jesus. Fruit Brute.
Yeah.
Can you find out if Boo Berry has a name? Like John Berry, Boo John Berry.
Can't believe his name's Al.
It's fucking awesome,
God
dude.
damn it.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll look those up and
We'll
we'll
have the
find
full
out.
name of Blueberry.
We need to know Fran's name. If Frankenberry has it, if it's Fran.
Fruit Brute. Yeah, the
Holy
fucking
shit.
wolf. I do remember that now.
He was a bit of a turnoff. I'll be honest with you.
Off-putting?
Yeah.
I'll be damned. They should have continued with that though, man. That's a great team.
This is a General Mills product, and we are not quickly aware of it. That's
No, it
sinister.
totally jumps back. I mean, I remember that.
You remember Fruit
Yes,
Brute?
I do. I do indeed.
Did your mom like it because of its 8 essential
Oh, I never
vitamins?
got it. I
Oh.
never got it. I just remember that.
I mean, I
Those
can't believe they're
cereals
telling me
back then, the
right
8
here it's got 8 essential vitamins. Why didn't my mom have me on this stuff?
No.
I'd be in much better shape today if I got my 8 essential vitamins
the
this
Cookie
morning.
Crisp. It was fucking Chips Ahoy.
Part
I
of
mean,
a complete breakfast, Jay.
It's
Part of a complete
unbelievable.
healthy
There were mini
breakfast.
Chips Ahoy.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they'd always show you. Remember
That's when that's what everybody gave up. Was like, okay, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
bowl of cookies.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They
We're
went
not
too
even
far.
pretending anymore.
They went too far with that.
You know,
But
you
they still
guys bought Count Chocula and all that shit, but we're literally just trying to put chocolate chip cookies in a bowl and have you pour milk over it. So,
But they would still show you pictures in those commercials, though, even with chocolate chips, of like they'd show like an orange and like a glass of milk and say it was part of
Yeah.
a complete breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
And it
as
was.
if any kid was eating like an orange and a banana and then a
nutritious
nice
breakfast.
what those kids were doing was what like I was doing. Had an open box in my lap on the fucking couch, just eating it raw.
Yeah, watching cartoons.
There was no complete breakfast surrounding me as I was watching The Price is Right or you know,
Yeah.
whatever else.
God, the fruit-flavored frosted cereal with marshmallow bits.
Wow, they claim
think
it's
it
got
got
animal
edged?
friends too.
You think it got edged out by Lucky Charms? I mean, that was
Well,
early.
they are magically delicious.
That was
I-
early with the marshmallow. That was direct competition.
I'd like to see more.
Lucky Charms Post. Man, I wonder if Post just
Lucky Charms is no, that's not Post. I still don't know how all of them
General
had their
Mills.
own.
Yeah, it's General Mills.
General Mills. How did all of them have their own raisin brand? By the way, I mean, what the fuck is that about?
Yeah.
that's like, oh yeah, we're all selling a Mustang now. What? How do you?
Bran
how does
is
Post
a
get
bran
Raisin
flake is a
Bran?
bran flake.
But Raisin Bran is.
Look at the Monster Mellows, yummy mummy.
Fruity Yummy Mummy. I
That's
remember.
awesome, man.
Look at the return of Fruit Brute. They tried to redo him and
Yeah.
bring him back.
They sure did.
And that wolf doesn't look nearly as cool as the first one.
I know.
I want Fruit Brute brought back. And why did Chocula lose a fucking tooth in that bottom one? Is
God, what a lineup! What a lineup!
This is incredible. Are these all General Mills?
Yeah,
This man needs a Congressional Medal of Honor.
that's awesome.
Seriously, look at the creations he's given us.
I know.
Dude, all I
Yummy
remember-
Mummy Marshmallow. Fruity Yummy Mummy Monster Mallows. Wow. There's never enough mallows for me, I'll be honest with you.
Honestly,
Many of
Jay,
them.
my parents, I don't like cereal, and I kind of never really did, but I was the same way where my parents I would not get like I'd go down that aisle and you saw this, like you see stuff like this, and I want all the color stuff, I want the boxes with the colors and the green and the Apple Jacks, and we'd always just get whatever my dad wanted.
Yeah. No,
Grape,
you didn't want to end up
grape
with
nuts or
special
fucking
K or some
Grape
shit.
nuts. What's with dads and grape nuts?
my dad fucking loved
Fuck.
grape nuts.
My dad loves grape nuts.
I have
Yeah.
a totally irrelevant sidebar on Booberry. Do you
Sure.
want to hear it?
I would
All right.
love to,
My cousin Brian, you remember him?
Son of a bitch,
He
yeah.
used to live out in the Commerce area, and I'd go to see him, and it's all windy around there. You're not sure where to turn because you're winding around lakes and stuff. And I always watched for the Booberry. There was a piece of graffiti on the side of a party store, and I knew when I saw the Booberry,
Turn right up ahead. That's awesome. Thank God no one took that down. They left it up for you.
I know, it was awesome. It was
Marker.
perfect.
It's like the Chinese Bible Church. When I saw the sign for the Chinese Bible Church, I knew I was on my way to Deuce and Jay's house.
That's right.
Right there in the corner. Chinese, big old blue sign, Chinese Bible Church.
No,
Still there, I think.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, it is. I just drove by it
funny.
not long ago. Yep, same sign exactly too. All right, let's take a very very quick timeout and yeah.
Dude, I was gonna say real quick. That's just
Yeah,
like
go
a
ahead.
sign of like before you had smartphones, man. When you say that, before you had smartphones, like I remember like when I talk about going up north to my grandparents in the Thumb, I didn't know where things were, like or how long they were.
Yeah, just
you
landmarks.
Just like right, you just all of a sudden be like, oh shit, there's that thing, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And now
There's
it's
the
like,
Booberry.
Yeah,
Turn right.
Now we're almost there.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at these cereal boxes now and finding out, like, in the world we're in now, who's going to take a picture of one of these and be like, hello, racist much?
Right.
Blast Booberry for being a fucking Nazi or something, or, I see what you're doing with that cartoon.
They look fairly PC.
They
honestly.
do. I don't know. Something, whatever. Let's take a quick time out. We'll come back. Mayor Pete's in the news. We got a cancer kid in the news. That story. Did you see that one, Jay, about the guy or the woman that donated like $7,600 to this little 18-month-old with cancer?
No.
And then withdrew it?
You can't do that.
Can't. She did. Yep. I don't think people are going to be thrilled with the reason, but who knows? We'll do that and more next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Just got a headline that popped up on my phone. I don't know if you saw it, Jay, but it sounds like Britney Spears is not doing well.
Oh, no.
Really read the story, but yeah, she's under permanent, conservatorship or whatever of her father.
Oh.
Like he has control of like everything, money,
Wow.
everything. 'Cause you remember when she like shaved her head and smashed a car with a fucking umbrella and
Yeah, went wacky there.
yeah, went a little off the deep end a little bit.
Wow,
And then,
he's still controlling all that, huh?
Yeah.
That was a good
Permanent.
20 years ago, 25 years ago.
permanent. But he's not doing well. He's sick. And so she ended up in another mental ward. Apparently, was so worked up about her dad.
She has kids of her own, right?
Yeah, she's got a couple.
With K-Fed.
Yes.
Kevin Federline.
Federline.
Oh shit! I wish I didn't know that. I wish I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know. Do you know the kids' names?
Fuck no.
I
I was speculating as to
will.
whether she even had it.
Yeah, you will when you hear them. I think K-Fed is like the responsible father that like
that
has
right?
those kids now. Yeah, I think he's got most guardianship, but the names, fuck.
They're not that.
No, they're
Sean
not.
and Jaden. Sean and Jaden, it looks like.
Is that with K-Fed really?
Sean Federline and Jaden James Federline.
But he's got other kids too. He was banging other chicks
I
before
thought you
her.
just meant her kid.
Yeah, no, that's what I was wondering. I thought you were going to say the names and I know them immediately, but whatever. But yeah, her mom now is saying that has called like some emergency, court deal with the judge, saying this is dire. What's going on with her?
What's weird though to me is like, dude, she kind of she had a huge comeback. Like her,
Oh, yeah.
her residency in Vegas was
Huge.
doing really well.
Dude, you
so
hear,
it wasn't like she was
like-
in the gutter or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no. They worked really, really hard. A team of people specifically to get her image back and make her the like sexy Britney, I'm Britney bitch girl back, and that's working. Apparently, she's got what's the bipolar? She's bipolar, and so when they're talking about 5150 and permanent conservatorship or whatever for her dad. Well, her dad's sick and can't be there like he had been. Apparently, the story says that her meds are not working as well now, and doctors are scrambling to find some sort of concoction that works. But she's kind of just like bat shitting herself out at home and lost 50 pounds. And I was like, well, probably needed to because I saw pictures and she didn't look terribly thin. I was like, I don't remember balloon Britney. Do you?
No, I don't remember that. 50
Yeah.
pounds worth? No.
50, they said.
Jeez.
So I don't know what's going on there, but the more this story plays out, I mean, you should have known with the shaved head and the umbrella attack on the
That
car.
was literally decades ago, though.
Yeah, I know.
So it
Yeah.
seemed to E's point that she had rounded that corner.
Yeah, you would think, but crazy's known to be crazy, and if I saw one video, Jay, of you shaving your head and then attacking a car
Yeah,
with
but
an
wait a
umbrella, I might go. I got to keep an eye on him, man. I didn't think he was capable of that, but
that's not fair
this episode.
because when that hell went down, I think a lot of people just assumed that, man, she'd gotten so popular and then she had kids with this marriage didn't go. I mean, to say Jay's not a person who's been in a public eye like Britney Spears. So
Yeah, but she's been in the public eye her entire life.
Yeah, but if things start to follow, my point is when you say like if I saw Jay, it's not an apples to apple comparison.
No, I'm not saying that, but she went off the deep end crazy. Like
Yeah.
for a while there, we saw like, oh shit, that's not a spoiled celebrity spending money wildly
I'm
out
just
of
shocked it
control.
doesn't happen
or-
more often in reality.
Yeah, maybe that's fair. But I just know the type of money you're talking, the type of money and tours and the amount of people involved. They have every reason to want to keep that fucking train rolling.
Oh, totally.
So you can imagine the resources that were put in place to make sure we can get Little Princess back on stage, selling albums, filling up state, whatever.
Yeah.
And so all the best money and all the best doctors are going into that to fix it and help it. And if it's spiraling again, and she's in a psych ward a couple weeks ago, and all that kind of stuff, it's just it sucks. It's weird, but hopefully
You don't think she's hit the point in her career though where sort of those helpers and those people who have that interest in her are kind of along the wayside now? Like, she's moved on from that stardom, and maybe she's.
But
Really,
I think to E's point though, she was still doing really well. Like she's got what 119 million followers on social media. I think they said.
I mean, her net worth
And if
under
she-
celebrity net worth is $215 million.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and if she drops an album next week, it will be the #1 album in the country. Would be my guess, right?
I don't know about that.
I
but
do. My guess is it would immediately be the biggest album in the country. It'd be like Beyonce dropping an album. I mean, she's kind of got a legendary status, at least because we've seen her do this before, disappear for 5 years and then drop something, and it's like the whole world goes apeshit.
When she did this,
So I have nothing to say that that wouldn't happen
I
again.
guess I'm not plugged in with her. I feel like she's been off the radar for so long, but to E's
Yeah.
point, I guess she was in Vegas not
Well,
too
when-
long
when-
ago.
yeah. she did
That was
Vegas.
hugely successful.
Yeah, so
She was getting paid $500,000 a show to do
Holy
those
shit.
Vegas shows.
Think about that. That is zero travel, no moving equipment, no fucking hotel rooms every night, eating at truck stops or whatever. You are doing a residency. She's probably got an entire floor
Yeah.
to herself. Her stage stays the same night after night after night.
And when was that?
Recently, not that long ago. A lot of artists are doing that.
Yeah, this is like, shit, I have to look exactly.
I'm just wondering if she's run her course to any extent, and that.
I don't think so, dude.
I really think those shows were doing really well.
Okay.
And it's weird too. She might be in that sort of swirl where the Backstreet Boys can go out and fucking do a world tour right now if they want. Yes, NSYNC could be huge.
Yeah, but-
It's weird. Look at didn't
October-
NKOTB Jay didn't
Yeah, but they
NKOTB
weren't
have a nice
enormous
run?
venues. It was more like DTE and stuff.
But
right?
October 17th of last year is when she signed a new deal.
For
in
multi-year
Vegas?
deal in Vegas.
Yeah, from Vegas for that whatever exactly.
Why weren't they doing that earlier?
I know.
That's like Vegas
Well, they did
is
it back
not.
in the '60s, didn't they? Like
Did they have residencies? Well,
I think
yeah,
so.
like you're talking about
The
like
Rat Pack guys?
Yeah. I mean that was just their home though, and
Well, I think that, like everything, think cycle, and I think Vegas went through a period there where that was not you did not want to be at Vegas. It was looked at as like
I know, but Vegas has done really well for a long time. They've got these mega casinos now and theaters and stadiums. Like we were going there in the 90s to see the Stones and Pearl Jam and stuff like that on for the radio station. So those events were going on. It just seems like all of a sudden someone went, wow, we could just do a residency here. And it makes perfect sense of all the places in the world. Like nobody lives in Vegas. You go to Vegas, party for a week, and then you leave.
Mike, the numbers are in, and they're anything but toxic. According to Billboard, Britney Spears' "Piece of Me" show in Las Vegas had an overall gross of $137.7 million based on ticket sales alone. The 4-year residency at Planet Hollywood's Axis Theater sold 916,000 seats total for its 248 shows. 248 shows, they'll drive anyone nuts.
boy.
She's probably doing two a day, dude.
Which ran from December 2013 to New Year's Eve 2018.
okay.
That's
Yeah.
a decent calendar then.
Yeah.
So over 5 years, she did 250 shows.
Yeah, but she never had to fucking move, fly out, travel. You know, it's
Yeah.
all right there. Everything's handled for you. Yeah, it's crazy.
No,
man.
compare that to what GNR is doing still.
Oh,
right?
are they
the number
still?
of shows? I think they are, man.
Wow.
I know they've taken a few hiatuses
Hiatuses
during these few years, but dude, they've been going strong.
That's insane, man. I know Motley did a residency, and I was kind of surprised by that because it seemed like, oh, that's where people would go. At the end, they're washed up, and I know people are going, oh, that perfectly describes Motley Crue. No, it's different. It's not what I'm talking about. And those residencies, though, make perfect sense. Like, why wouldn't GNR do that? Do you know what kind of fucking...
No, I'm not suggesting they're doing that. I'm saying they've
No,
been
I
on this
know.
tour.
Why would they go on tour the world? It costs a fortune to tour the world with jets to bring all your shit all over the world. Why not set up once in Vegas, put on amazing shows, do it 240 shows in 2 years or whatever? I mean, make a shitload more. I would think you would make a ton more money. You'd get to have your family there, and I don't know, man. That seems like the way to do it, you know. But whatever. I mentioned the lady that donated $7,600 to this little 18-month-old toddler.
And then pulled it back?
Yeah, I said, oh, yoink, just kidding.
Would she need an ass implant or something? What's her reason
Could
for
you
needing
imagine?
this money back? I need a
Yeah.
big fat ass.
I want a big fat ass. Oh, come on. You needed $7,600 for a big fat ass? Come on. No, I'm not donating that. No, she needs life-saving treatment. It's cancer. It doesn't sound good, man. When I was
Yeah,
reading
but what'd
it.
the lady bring the money back for? That's my question.
Oh,
Tell
she
me it's
learned
not
her-
a big fat
Her
ass.
parents were lesbos.
Oh, so she objected morally.
Yeah.
Wow, what a bitch, man.
She went, oh, you have two mommies. You can die.
What does that have to do with a kid, for one, by
That's
the way?
evil, man.
Tiffany and Albree Schaefer were in the hospital waiting for yet more results of little Kaylee's treatment when they received a Facebook message informing them of the donor's change of heart. They were devastated to learn the would-be donor had backed out of giving them $7,600 to cover this 18-month-old medical bills. Sorry, I'll pray for her, though. But maybe it's God's way of getting your attention that she needs a mommy and a daddy, not two mommies.
That's not nice.
Even if you're going to subtly do that and be like, you know what, I really, really don't agree with gay marriage and whatever.
Then just
What is the fucking need to go, maybe this is God's, as if God is just going, oh, you have two mommies. Well, give you fucking cancer all over your body.
That's brutal.
That's fucking awful. You know, it's almost good news, though, because that story and headline is worthy of sharing. It was a day before some guy was like, oh, really? Boom, here's 10 grand.
Yeah.
And another thing popped up to pay for future bills. So all you people out there, God hates fag crews and think you're doing God's work by judging everybody on the planet. All you're doing is helping prove what pieces of shit you are, and you're making it really easy to want to jump and support things you didn't even know were going on. I look at Mayor Pete Buttigieg. The guy's getting fucking heckled at every rally he goes. The guy's a homo. Mayor Pete loves cock. What?
Yeah.
And he's married to a dude, and this is the funniest part. Mayor Pete's husband's brother is a preacher who does not agree with gay marriage.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird family wrinkle in there.
Well, that's the thing. You have these Christian people, purported Christians, who are yelling, "Oh, fag wedding, all this stuff. I disagree with it." It's like, where's the disconnect? Why don't you understand? Yes, you can have a moral objection to that and believe that's wrong. But, dude, the basic teaching of Christianity is that we're all sinners.
Yeah.
We've all got our stuff. And we all fall short. And to sit there and judge someone, pull money back from a little girl who's dying because...
How would you not know that anyways? Before you make your donation, they're not hiding the fact that these two women with their little girl, what did you think was going on? And now you read paragraph 2?
Maybe they did it to make what they thought was going to be an equally powerful public statement, right?
That's
I'm going
even
to take this money back, and here's my statement why.
Yeah. It doesn't surprise me at all
on,
that someone jumped in. I think it was a gay guy. Aaron Jackson's his name, offered to match the required sum. I'm giving you the $7,600 because you were wonderful parents that are fighting for your child. And you can imagine this family's like, what the fuck?
I wonder if you were to ask that person, be able to ask that lady right now.
She's apparently taken her Facebook down, but
oh, of course, yes. But if you were to ask her right now, her message was, well, me pulling away my money is maybe a message to your mommies from God, and then all of a sudden now the money gets doubled.
Yeah, how do you explain
how
that?
does she explain that message?
Right? God's gonna go, God damn it, foiled again. Yeah. Just didn't see that coming.
God, it's like a bad 80s cartoon villain, dude. Just like
who are you really? Take the bag. Like God's up there just going, shit, why didn't I see that counter coming? Damn it, I gave her bone. I spread the cancer to bone. It's making its way through her whole body. I had this licked. Oh, fuck you, Jackson. I didn't see him coming. These people that think there's these individual fucking moments in life that are like, oh, God's just up there with a wand, just going, fuck you, throwing lightning bolts to ruin people's lives. And it's like, dude, stop thinking so tiny. The whole thing of Christianity is kindness and love, not kicking someone while they're down, but fucking picking them back up. They're part of you. They're human beings. How do you
all
fucking
God's
shit?
children, Mike.
I mean, dude, you look. I just quickly went Bible judgment. I think the Bible, for the most part, overall frowns on you judging other people.
Yes.
And so, I'm looking. I'm like, oh yeah, that whole do unto others as you'd have done to you. He who is without sin cast that first stone, Jay. You who pass judgment on someone else, for at whatever point you judge another, you are condemning yourself because you who pass judgment do the same thing.
Even if this is her thought, by the way.
Do not let unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen.
But at the same time, Christians are allowed to have moral principles.
Absolutely.
But how did she think this was
That's
gonna
my
play
whole
out,
I
though?
know,
point.
but this
That's
is
my whole
it's such
point.
a backwards understanding of it. It's like, people realize, yes, have your moral principles, but realize you also are a fucking sinner, damned to hell.
Yeah.
All right, just as you're looking at that lesbian couple and thinking how damned they are,
Yeah.
you're just as damned.
And if it's like they want to fucking put more weight to whatever sins like line up with their worldview on something. It's like, you know what? I don't remember a checklist like, ooh, that's in the top 10 worst. Like God says, well, this one is, you can't even repent from this one. This one's doomed. No, there's a list of shit that basically don't be a dick to people is basically what it is. I mean, the overall thing is, how about you guys don't be dicks, right? Don't covet thy neighbor's shit. Don't don't murder people. Don't steal. Try not to, basically don't be a dick.
We can't do it, man.
We can't do it.
We can't do it.
But the overall message, it's like, it can't be clear. I don't know shit about the Bible, but I know enough to know that Jesus hung out with the whores. Jesus washed the feet of the whores. He didn't go, whore, burn in hell, whore. No, that wasn't what is. And so for you to be like, lesbian, fuck you, this is God's message, your kid's gonna die, ha ha. Like, that's basically what you're doing. Where in the Bible does it be like, yeah, if you see someone breaking one of those rules that you object to, give them some shit. I mean, really fuck with them. See if you can't ruin their lives for it. That's what you should do. And if people that are out there think they're really doing God's work, I can promise you you're not, first off. And
Mike
secondly,
can promise you.
I can promise you that. And secondly, what you are doing is you're making Pete Buttigieg or whatever way more famous.
Yeah.
Way more. He's way more. People want to hear him now. His headlines. So by you going up there going, you're supposed to be man's with woman. Thanks, Phil. Thanks, Phil, for screaming out in the middle of a thing. Man is supposed to lie with woman. Great. Thanks, Phil. Really helped. Now he's on every page in the country. Is that what your goal was? Are you trying to reverse? Are you trying to, take this tact of I'm going to do this to make him hugely popular? Because that's what you're doing. Mm-hmm. That's all you're doing. I wouldn't have known this little Kaylee if it wasn't for this idiot. Oh, I didn't know you had two mommies. God's sending a message that you're supposed to have a mommy and a daddy. But I get it. I'm 100% with you, Jay. I really am, in that I understand people with strong religious beliefs. They have every right to be like, I don't agree with that. But that doesn't mean you have to be a fucking asshole. That's the part I don't get.
It means the direct opposite.
Yeah.
You should not be an asshole. It's so unbelievable. It's so hard to understand. It's deeper. It's just a bigotry. You know what I mean? It goes deeper, and people, I don't know.
I'd have so much more respect, though, if I went to church. I know it's a long shot, but I popped into my local Presbyterian, Ward Presbyterian church, sat down at a nice pew, and the guy went, I give thee, Lord, unto thee, blah, 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 did all that, and then went, by the way, I got a couple headlines here that are really disturbing me, man. What are you guys doing out there? What is it, the ye's and the thou shalt nots that's confusing all you as to what the message is? Because this is totally wrong.
No, it's people.
This
It's people
behavior's
confusing
wrong.
the notion that you can object to it morally, right? You can believe that that's not God's intent for men to lie with men. But then it's where people go out and then they want to be bigots against these people, and they want to treat them poorly. And it's like, no, man.
So what is it?
It's not for you to judge,
I know. Is it their strong faith that they're right in their religion, or is it just like, I fucking despise faggots so much?
I think in a lot of these people, it does go to the latter, where it becomes more of a bigotry than it's really a withheld religious belief.
Right.
It becomes a hatred thing, and it's me against you, and y'all gross faggots,
Yeah.
And it's so far from the message of Christianity, which is so goofy about it.
And that's it goes further, because you don't see that sort of venom, to your point. You don't see that sort of venom when someone kills someone. It's not like, you fucking vile, murderous piece of shit, rotten hell. Yeah. God hates murderers, fucking blood. No, but it's like, this guy
Texas
likes to.
You do.
Well, maybe. Texas is its own thing. But
that's not religious either, though.
But now, no, that's just about killing shit. But now, we get this weird fucking, like, you goddamn, you want to butt fuck another man in your living room? How God hates you, you're going to die and rot in hell. Okay. Says you.
Yeah.
Fuck,
A
weird.
lot of it is generational, right? As you see, like the older generation that sees how society is changing and how quickly it changed.
Yeah, it's
And so a
disturbing
lot of
in a lot
people
of
are
ways.
freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, I get it. And religion's taken some on the chin over the last few years. Let's be honest. It's been knocked around quite a bit, and Hollywood hates it now.
Oh, Hollywood's always hated.
Yeah. Well, Passion of the Christ did well.
Well,
Well, they didn't like it.
oh, that was
I'm
fucking.
kidding, dude.
What's his name? Making
Ruined
one
his
movie.
career.
Yeah.
Like, or
That
what-
Jew hater.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What's
we
his
got
name?
it.
I can't think
Mel
of his
Gibson.
name. Mel Gibson. There you go.
He was right. He was Passion of the Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I want to do one email because I said we would, and then we started.
Yeah. Here's one. Travis writes in. So I'm heading northbound on Novi Road to hit 96 West to go the fuck home. Sounds reasonable.
Sure.
White Jeep pulled up next to me. Dude pulls up on my left side, rolls down the window. Lo and behold, he introduced himself as Brent Wasik. Ha! Great guy, from what I could tell at a red light. Very charismatic. Great
yeah.
smile, fantastic aura. Love the great TDC advertising on the back of my truck. Tits, Travis.
Dude, that's awesome. So Brent sees a TDC sticker
Yeah.
on his car.
Pulls
and
up alongside. Roll it down, dude. Roll it down. Hey, I'm Brent Wasik.
How you doing? You
Back
perhaps you've
from
heard of me.
Russia. Fucking Brent.
Dude, our listeners are going to end up getting killed out there because we've seen these guys. What was it in Colorado? They'll lock them up, like pull in front of anybody.
Dude,
with
the-
Detroit something
the
on their
bumper
car.
sticker advertising. I love it.
It's very, very dangerous though when you're trying to get in front of someone so you can lock up the brakes in hopes that they'll see the Detroit Cast sticker. It's a long shot.
That's Jim in Colorado, and this was his reasoning in a nutshell. When he'd see a car driving in Colorado with a Michigan plate or some Detroit Tigers sticker, something indicating a Michigan tie,
Right.
he would want to allow those people to know the presence of our podcast. So he's got stickers all over the back of his car. So he'd zoom in front of them, as you say, and then just lock them up.
Yeah. And see,
It's not
Wouldn't they
preferred.
probably just go,
here's
even if they
the
look...
flaw. Yeah, the flaw in his logic is that when someone does that to
What
me,
a dick!
you motherfucker! Like
The last thing you're gonna do is go. That guy probably listens to a good podcast.
Yeah, no, my vision gets like very narrow. It's like I'm wearing a hijab or whatever with just my eye slits. I'm not seeing any stickers or anything. I want that guy's face and I want to punch it. That's what I'm seeing. So,
And I may have used some poetic license with the term "lock 'em up," but
no, I would
you get my
I
point.
would think he would be locking them up. Yeah. So,
We'll save the rest for tomorrow.
all right, very good. Let's get out of here. Just trying to think if there was anything else we needed to mention. I guess not. Yeah, but we'll wrap it up there. Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you then.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.